This has to be probably one of the more insane offerings of the year when it comes to neighborhoods in Central Florida. So of course there's hundreds of new neighborhoods popping up all across Central Florida, but there are a few that I believe, if they deliver on the promise that they've made, will be transformative for the area that they're within. So in today's video, I'll cover some upcoming neighborhoods that I think you should be looking into going into 2025, depending on your price point, one of which you're gonna wanna stay to learn about because what they're promising sounds insane, or some would say insanely exciting. So our first neighborhood actually takes us to the northeast quadrant of Central Florida, sort of a halfway point in between Oviedo and Avalon Park. And we're talking about Orlando's proposed first agrihood, known as The Grow, being exclusively built out by Pulte Homes. And what exactly is an agrihood? Well, the textbook definition is a type of planned community that integrates agriculture into a residential neighborhood, with some of the purposes being to facilitate food production, as well as provide green space, recreation, aesthetics, and value for a community. Right now, there is an estimated 200 agrihoods across the United States in at least 30 states, and so next year The Grow looks to be a part of that bunch and seems to encapsulate some of these ideals that's presented in the definition of an agrihood. And so some of the amenities include a professionally tended working farm, proposed farmers market, acres of green space and parks, miles and miles of trails, community swimming pools, multiple playgrounds, county park, and also a new elementary school. Now, it is worth noting that last December, Growth Spotter released an article. Seemingly they dug through some permits and saw that in addition to all those amenities I mentioned, we should also see an equestrian facility and a farm to table restaurant, which I think would tie into the overall theme really well. We've also seen some renderings of what the finished barn, farm stands, and things of that nature could look like. Really what I would expect, sticking to that farmhouse style feel. And also we're expecting something similar on the residential front, the homes. Upon completion, The Grow should span over 1,100 acres, over 2,000 residential lots. So this is why I believe it's certainly transformative for this part of town. 32807 right now, the average price point in this area of this roughly 76 homes on the market is around $351,000. I do believe, although we haven't seen pricing nor floor plans yet, that the prices will be above such for The Grow. Let me know your thoughts on the agrihood and if you plan on potentially purchasing a home there in 2025. So now we're going actually really close to Walt Disney World, and we're talking about a new neighborhood or a new phase with only 40 homes. So relatively small, but I think huge in impact if you are in that price point. I'm talking about the Four Seasons private residences. Sales are supposed to start late 2024, so practically any day now, and prices, according to the website, is expected to be in that $5 million mark and up. But the reason why I think it's important for anybody at this price point is because prior to this, the only way you really get into Golden Oak is through a single family home, whereas with 31 of the 40 residences on deck will be in the form of condominiums. Just like every other section within Golden Oak, regardless of if you're a part of the Four Seasons section or not, you will have your separate gated entrance besides the main gate that gets you into your part of the neighborhood. 31 units will range between 3 and 4 bedrooms. Of the 31, 5 of which will be multi-level penthouses. As part of living in the mid-rise tower, you will have your private lobby, outdoor amenities, as well as private parking, along with all the great perks that come along with being a part of specifically the Four Seasons section at Golden Oak. As far as the 9 boutique homes go, I want to make it clear that these aren't detached single family homes like much of Golden Oak. These are going to be attached homes connected by breezeways, designed by the architect Cooper Carey. Each residence will have its own outdoor living space, complete with covered patio, pool, outdoor kitchen, and you will have access as well to the new residential tower, as that's really the main allure or selling point of being inside of Golden Oak, and even by extension the Four Seasons private residences section. So you'll have a dedicated director of residences, kind of the point person for homeowners in the community, concierge, front office assistants, all fully staffed by Four Seasons, and they'll seemingly be available 24 hours a day to provide certain a la carte services such as menu planning, grocery delivery, dog walking, housekeeping, maintenance, access to entertainment, and more. So you couple that on top of living in a condo setting, I do think it's game changing for, again, the people that are looking in this area. Now we're heading over to Clermont, Florida, and if you've watched this channel for any amount of time, you know I'm a fan of Clermont, and I'm specifically today going to highlight the Reflections at Olympus community by David Weekley, a neighborhood set to be directly within the Olympus project, that 243-acre project that should in some way exemplify Clermont as a strong pillar in the sports industry for Central Florida. Sports is already sort of part of the identity of Clermont, even in its moniker, Clermont being the choice of champions. And so with the multi-thousand seat stadium that already has a broadcast partnership attached, AAU partnerships, the ice center, tennis center, tying that in with the town center with more retail, commercial, medical parks, along with the infrastructure that comes along with what's happening in the Wellness Way area. I think all of that has that part of Clermont doing really well over the next, say, 5 to 10 years. And a part of that is having a neighborhood directly within all that growth. So I do think that neighborhood is going to do really well in the future, and one that I think you should be looking forward to if you are interested in that part of town. Let's talk about the neighborhood that truly has piqued my attention with their mysterious marketing. And the more I've reached out and got to learn a little bit more about their product, and especially with the recent article, this has to be probably one of the more insane offerings of the year when it comes to neighborhoods in Central Florida. The name of the brand and community is known as Magnifica, and according to a press release in which the COO actually spoke, he talked about it being just 12 minutes from Disney World, over 1,000 acres, custom estates on an average acre lot, along with a resort that has a 60,000 square foot spa, tons of different culinary experiences, both on the resort side, and separate culinary experiences for the folks who will purchase a single family home in that separate section. Now, there's only one neighborhood that I can think of that is at least similar to this in some way. You guessed it, Golden Oak. Interesting to see the parallels there with the resort having a section that also should have condominiums with a rooftop restaurant experience. It immediately drew me to the Four Seasons, of course, along with Kappa being the rooftop experience for the Four Seasons. And according to industry insiders, as part of the article, the homes could start as high as $25 million a piece, although not confirmed by Magnifica. That's certainly an unusual price point to start at here in Central Florida. Would certainly be new territory for Central Florida if the rumors of the starting price are true. There's also going to be Magnifica Air, their commercial airline product, as part of the brand. They're currently looking to secure a gate or two at the Orlando International Airport. So all together with the high-end restaurants that they're proposing, the state-of-the-art spa, all the top-of-the-line, one-of-one luxury experiences, the custom homes of that magnitude of land, that size, really what they're aiming for, to be a sort of one-of-one experience, to have Orlando be known for top-of-the-line hospitality. Now, we're expected to get some more details as they do have an event rolling out December 8th to the 9th, of which I will be attending. And so make sure to hit the subscribe button, turn those notifications on, because I will be talking about it as soon as I get information. And also don't forget to follow me over on Instagram as well to stay up to date on a more frequent basis on really everything that's happening in Central Florida. And of course, if you're looking to purchase a home in any of these neighborhoods, along with anywhere in Orlando, I'd love to partner with you as your real estate agent. So feel free to shoot me an email, info@orlandowithmario.com. Let me know your thoughts in the comments on the video, and I'll see you on the next one.